This video is for educational purposes only and does not constitute professional medical advice. Please consult with your doctor or a qualified healthcare specialist before starting any new vitamins or supplements mentioned in this video. Use of this information is at your own risk. Most seniors don't die from old age. They die after a fall. Your shrinking legs are a death sentence waiting to happen. Forget what you know about meat and eggs. There is one specific plant protein that stands between you and a wheelchair. Ignore this, and you may never walk alone again. If you are over 60 and your legs feel heavy or shaky, you are standing on a ticking time bomb. One sudden snap of your femur could end your independence forever, leaving you bedridden and forgotten. Stop wasting time on eggs. There is a hidden protein secret that will save your life. Most seniors do not die simply from old age. They fade away after a catastrophic fall that shatters their mobility and their spirit. Your shrinking legs are not just a cosmetic issue. They are a death sentence waiting to happen. Forget what you know about meat and conventional diets. There is one specific plant protein that stands between you and a wheelchair, a source of strength so potent it could rebuild your foundation from the ground up. Ignore this, and you may never walk alone again. Welcome to EldraFit Nutrition. It's a pleasure to have you with us today. Before we unveil this life-changing secret, please make sure to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications. Your support is the vital fuel that motivates us to continue creating these essential videos, helping you and thousands of others rewrite the story of their golden years. Let us speak the uncomfortable truth that society often tries to hide. We look in the mirror and accept the fragility of our bodies as an inevitable consequence of time. We tell ourselves that the stiffness in our knees and the trembling in our thighs are just the normal price of admission for living past 60. But this acceptance is a dangerous lie. The moment you accept that your legs are meant to be weak is the moment you sign away your freedom. Imagine the terrifying reality of your children or strangers having to carry you to the bathroom because your legs finally gave out. It is a nightmare that haunts the sleep of many, yet it is the future you are actively walking toward if you ignore the signs your body is screaming at you. Your muscles are starving, and the tragedy is that you might think you are feeding them correctly. For decades, we have been told that eggs and animal meats are the gold standard for strength. We force ourselves to eat them, believing we are doing the right thing, yet our muscles continue to wither away. Why is this happening? It is because the digestive fire that once burned brightly in your youth has dimmed. Your body at 60 is not the same machine it was at 20. It struggles to break down the complex, heavy structures of animal protein, leaving your muscles hungry while your system becomes clogged with cholesterol and inflammation. You are eating, but you are not absorbing. You are surviving, but you are not rebuilding. This is why the conventional advice fails you, and this is why you feel weaker with every passing year despite your best efforts. But what if I told you that there is a dormant power within you waiting to be awakened? What if the solution was not in a heavy steak or a dozen eggs, but in a tiny, unassuming seed that nature designed specifically for efficient, powerful restoration? There is a secret natural source of protein that is 1,000,000 times better suited for the unique physiology of the aging body. It bypasses the digestive struggle, delivering pure, potent fuel directly to your starving muscle fibers. It is not about how much you eat, it is about what your body can actually use. This natural source could completely change your approach to fitness and health after 60, turning the clock back on your physical capabilities. The potential for growth does not expire on your birthday. Your body is a miracle of adaptation, ready to grow stronger the moment you provide it with the right key to unlock that potential. Stick around as we explore how this simple change could transform your life, saving you from the nursing home and giving you back the power to stand tall. Before we reveal the specific identity of this powerhouse protein in the next section, I want you to pause and reflect on your current reality. Please answer the following question honestly in the comments below. When you walk up a flight of stairs or stand up from a deep chair, how do you truly feel? A. I feel a sharp weakness or fear that my legs might not hold me. B. I feel confident, but I know I need to be stronger to stay independent. Type A or B in the comments right now. Your answer is the first step toward acknowledging the change you need to make. To defeat an enemy, you must first know its name, and the enemy of your independence is a condition known as sarcopenia. This is not merely a fancy medical term for getting old. It is an aggressive biological process that actively strips the flesh from your bones. Sarcopenia is the gradual, relentless loss of muscle mass and strength that typically accelerates the moment you cross the threshold of your 60th birthday. It is a silent thief, entering your body without pain or warning, stealing your stability one fiber at a time. It targets the very muscles you rely on to catch yourself when you stumble, the powerful fast-twitch fibers in your thighs and calves that act as your body's emergency braking system. When these fibers wither away, you are left defenseless against gravity. However, while sarcopenia is a natural part of the aging process, accepting it as a final verdict is a catastrophic mistake. There is a profound misunderstanding that pervades our generation, a belief that our bodies are like machines with parts that inevitably wear out. We think that if we rest more, we will preserve what we have left. This could not be further from the truth. Your muscles are not inanimate brake pads on a car that thin out with use. They are living, breathing, dynamic tissues that crave challenge. They operate on a ruthless biological principle: use it or lose it. When you retreat into a sedentary lifestyle to save your energy, you are actually signaling to your body that this muscle tissue is no longer necessary. In response, your body breaks it down to conserve resources, accelerating the very decline you are trying to avoid. The tragedy is that most seniors fail to reverse this condition not because they lack willpower, but because they are paralyzed by fear and misinformation. You may feel that building muscle is a young person's game, or you may be terrified that exerting yourself will lead to injury. This fear is understandable, but it is misplaced. Your body retains the miraculous ability to regenerate and strengthen until your very last breath. Under a microscope, the muscle fibers of a 70-year-old look remarkably similar to those of a 20-year-old. They are simply dormant, waiting for the right command to wake up. They are desperate for a stimulus, a signal that says, I am still here and I still need to move. Yet, stimulus alone is not enough. You cannot build a house without bricks, and you cannot rebuild a shattered leg without the right raw materials. This brings us to the second half of the equation, where most people fail. You can exercise all day, but if your internal chemistry is broken, if you cannot synthesize new tissue because you lack the specific biological building blocks, your efforts will be in vain. Sarcopenia thrives on malnutrition, not a lack of calories, but a lack of usable, absorbable protein that can penetrate the resistance of an aging system. The standard American diet, and indeed the standard advice given to seniors, often fails to account for the fact that an older body resists muscle growth. This phenomenon is called anabolic resistance. To overcome it, you do not just need food, you need a super fuel capable of piercing through that resistance and igniting the machinery of growth. You have the potential to reverse the damage, but to do so, you must stop feeding the thief and start feeding the engine. We are about to uncover the specific nutritional key that unlocks this engine, a source so potent it bypasses the barriers of age and delivers life directly to your cells. This brings us to the pivotal moment of change in your journey to rebuild the temple that is your body. Why do we declare these specific seeds to be 1,000,000 times superior to the eggs and meat you have been forcing yourself to eat? The answer lies not just in the nutritional label, but in the delicate reality of your aging internal organs. As you age, your digestive system produces fewer enzymes and less stomach acid, making the breakdown of dense animal proteins a sluggish, exhausting process. When you consume heavy meats or excessive eggs, your body often struggles to extract the nutrients, leaving you bloated and lethargic rather than energized. You are asking a tired engine to process heavy crude oil when it desperately needs high-octane, clean-burning fuel. This is where the seed revolution begins. Seeds are the very origin of life. They contain the concentrated genetic blueprint and energy required to grow a massive plant. And this living energy is exactly what your dormant muscles require. First among these titans is the hemp seed, a nutritional marvel that acts as the perfect architect for your muscle tissue. Unlike many plant sources that lack certain components, hemp is a complete protein, boasting all 9 essential amino acids that your body cannot produce on its own. It provides the very bricks and mortar needed to repair the micro tears in your thigh muscles without the inflammatory baggage of saturated animal fats. It is gentle on the stomach, easily absorbed, and goes straight to work repairing the damage of decades. Standing shoulder to shoulder with hemp is the mighty pumpkin seed. If you have ever woken up in the middle of the night screaming in agony from a sudden leg cramp, you know the terror of muscle failure. This is often a cry for help from a body starved of magnesium. Pumpkin seeds are one of nature's most potent sources of this vital mineral, which acts as the regulator of muscle contraction. They ensure that your muscles can relax as effectively as they contract, preventing those debilitating spasms that threaten your stability. Completing this holy trinity of restoration is the chia seed. While protein builds the structure, your joints are the hinges that allow movement. Inflammation is the rust that locks those hinges, making every step painful. Chia seeds are loaded with omega-3 fatty acids, powerful anti-inflammatory agents that lubricate your stiff knees and hips, allowing you to move with a fluidity you thought was lost forever. When you combine these seeds with healthy fats like avocado or the antioxidants in berries, you create a biochemical environment where muscle growth is not just possible, but inevitable. You are no longer just eating, you are prescribing medicine to your cells with every bite. You now possess the nutritional blueprint to save your legs, but protein alone is like a pile of bricks sitting on a construction site. Without workers to lay them, the wall will never be built. To transform those seeds into solid, fall-proof muscle, you must send a loud, clear signal to your body that strength is required for survival. This does not mean you must torture yourself in a gym filled with heavy iron and intimidating machines. In fact, for a body over 60, the most effective strategy is often the gentlest. We are talking about low-impact resistance training that utilizes your own body weight to challenge your thigh muscles safely. Your new daily ritual should be simple, yet non-negotiable. Begin with the chair squat. Stand in front of a sturdy chair and slowly lower yourself until your glutes barely touch the seat. Then power yourself back up using only the strength of your legs. This simple motion mimics the most critical movements of your life, such as getting out of a car or rising from the toilet. By repeating this motion, you are literally training your body to maintain its independence. Combine this with calf raises while holding onto a kitchen counter. These small, deliberate movements create microscopic signals in the muscle fibers, screaming for the repair resources you have just ingested. However, there is a paradox in muscle building that you must understand. Your muscles do not grow while you are exercising. They grow while you are resting. The gym is where you tear the muscle down. The bed is where you build it back up. This is where the magic of recovery takes place. Many seniors make the fatal mistake of overtraining, thinking they must push hard every single day to catch up on lost time. This is a recipe for injury. Your aging body requires at least 48 hours of deep rest between strength sessions to weave that seed protein into new tissue. Sleep is your most productive time, for it is during deep sleep that your body releases growth hormones to repair the day's damage. Finally, none of this repair work can happen in a drought. You must treat hydration as a medical necessity. A dehydrated muscle is a brittle muscle, prone to cramping and tearing under pressure. Water is the river that transports the amino acids from the seeds and the calcium for your bones to the exact locations where they are needed most. Without adequate water and essential micronutrients like vitamin D to act as the foreman of this construction project, the materials will never reach their destination. Drink water as if your mobility depends on it, because it truly does. Ultimately, the battle for your legs is won or lost in the mind. You cannot build a fortress on a foundation that is shaking with anxiety. One of the most overlooked destroyers of muscle in seniors is not lack of food or movement, but the presence of chronic stress. When you live in a constant state of worry, fearing the future, fearing your frailty, your body floods with cortisol. This stress hormone is catabolic, meaning it actively breaks down muscle tissue for energy, undoing all the hard work you put in with your diet and exercise. To truly save your strength, You must cultivate a spirit of calm determination. You must believe, with every fiber of your being, that you are not decaying, but rather ripening into a different kind of strength. As you move forward, it is crucial to redefine what success looks like. We are not chasing the vanity of a beach body or trying to compete with the 20-year-olds in the gym. That is a game you will lose. Instead, we are chasing the dignity of putting on your own socks without assistance. We are fighting for the freedom to walk to the market, to play with your grandchildren on the floor, and to stand up from the dinner table without a groan of effort. This is about maintaining your sovereignty as a human being. Your goal is functional independence, the ability to navigate your world without fear or reliance on others. This transformation will not happen overnight. It requires a quiet, daily commitment to yourself. There will be days when you feel tired, and days when the seeds seem small and the exercises seem hard. But remember, the oak tree grows from the acorn not in a day, but through the relentless consistency of seasons. You are planting the seeds of your own future today. Do not keep this life-saving knowledge to yourself. There are millions of others just like you, silently fearing the fall that ends it all. Share this message with them. By taking control of your health, you become a beacon of hope, proving that life after 60 is not a decline, but a magnificent ascent. As we draw this conversation to a close, take a moment to look down at your legs once more. Do not see them as they are now, perhaps tired, perhaps aching, but see them as they can be. They are the pillars of your life, the faithful servants that have carried you through decades of joy, sorrow, work, and adventure. You owe it to them and to yourself to repay that loyalty with care. We have traveled a long way together in this short time, uncovering the uncomfortable truths about the silent decay of sarcopenia and the revolutionary promise of seed proteins. You now possess a secret that few people your age understand. The decline of your body is not a destiny written in stone, but a biological puzzle that you now have the pieces to solve. The choice you face today is stark. You can continue down the path of least resistance, relying on habits that no longer serve you, watching your world shrink as your mobility fades. Or you can choose the path of vitality. By embracing the power of hemp, pumpkin, and chia seeds, and by committing to the gentle discipline of daily movement, you are doing something radical. You are telling the world that you are not finished yet. You are declaring that your golden years will not be spent in a chair, watching life pass you by, but on your feet, participating fully in the beauty of the world. This is not just about building muscle. It is about building a legacy of resilience. It is about proving that the human spirit, supported by the right nutrition, is capable of renewal at any stage. Do not let this moment be just another video you watched and forgot. Let this be the turning point where you decided to take back control of your own narrative. The lesson. The most profound takeaway from our journey today is that biology rewards consistency, not intensity. Many seniors fail because they try to overhaul their entire lives in a single day, leading to burnout or injury. True strength is built in the quiet, unglamorous moments. The decision to sprinkle seeds on your oatmeal instead of eating bacon, the decision to do 5 squats while the kettle boils, the decision to drink a glass of water when you wake up. How to apply it? Do not try to change everything tomorrow. Start with the one substitution rule. Pick just one meal, breakfast is usually the easiest, and commit to adding 1 tablespoon of your chosen seed protein to it every single morning for the next 7 days. Do not worry about the rest of your diet yet. Just master this one small change. Once that becomes a habit, add the chair squats. By layering these small victories on top of each other, you will build an unshakable foundation of health without feeling overwhelmed. We would love to hear from you and learn from your experience. Please leave a comment below answering this simple question. Which of the 3 seeds, hemp, pumpkin, or chia, are you planning to try first? And what is your favorite way to eat them? For example, I'm trying chia seeds in my yogurt, or I'll sprinkle pumpkin seeds on my salad. Reading your comments helps us understand what you need and inspires others in the community to take action. If you found value in this video and want to protect your health as you age, please subscribe to EldraFit Nutrition and click the notification bell. Your support gives us the motivation to keep researching and creating these life-saving videos for you. Let's stay strong together.